Yo, how's it going everyone? It's me, Arctic. Today's video we're going to be talking about physical damage Ayaka. Now I bet you're probably thinking, well, her auto attacks get infused with cryo, so why don't you just build her a cryo DPS? Well, the reason behind this is because if you decide not to actually sprint and apply cryo, you can still do physical damage, and since you can use swords like Aquilla Favonia, and also since physical damage gives you a higher percent of elemental gains with its artifacts and also cup substats, basically what you can end up doing is ending up with a lot more auto attack damage with Ayaka, and this build actually kind of works pretty good. And so the only real thing that holds this build back is that you have to remember not to sprint when you're actually near enemies, which is the main thing that holds this build back, so just make sure you're not sprinting near enemies. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm trying to get to 2.5k subscribers, and we're making some pretty good progress. I will also be doing a live stream on the day of Update 2.0's release, wishing for Ayaka, and I will also be streaming through the rest of the week as well. Anyway, let's get back to the video. A few things that make physical damage Ayaka possible and actually pretty good is that her Ascension Stat is crit damage, so what this is going to allow you to do is basically get crit damage on substats, and it's going to give you a lot more boosted damage overall. It's better that she didn't have cryo damage, so this technically gives you a higher damage potential. Another thing that makes physical damage Ayaka possible is her first passive right here. After you use her elemental skill, your normal and charge attacks deal another 30% increased damage for 6 seconds. And so this is purposely worded this way, so you can go either physical damage or cryo damage with this and not have to worry about losing out on like the damage if this said just boosts like cryo damage or something by 30%. Now you do lose out on this 18% cryo damage bonus for 10 seconds after you use the application with the second passive right here, but you can basically make that up with the physical damage, and you're getting from a lot of the stuff. Basically, this physical damage build is pretty much only usable if you're using Aquilla Favonia. I wouldn't recommend it necessarily with prototype Rancor, however it is possible to go with Phys damage Ayaka with that. You do get like some good attack gains with that, however it's not as good as Aquilla Favonia. And since I personally have Aquilla Favonia, this is what I would actually build on Ayaka if I actually get Ayaka. And so this one's really good because it basically takes care of a lot of your attack needs. It has a very high base attack, so you're basically going to get lots of damage just off of your attack. And your physical damage bonus is going to scale really nicely with the amount of attack you're getting. For artifact choice, I would really recommend either a 4-piece Bloodstained Chivalry or a 2-piece of Bloodstained Chivalry and also a 2-piece of Pale Flame set. Now the reason why I wouldn't go with a 4-piece Pale Flame is because whenever you are stacking this up, it only lasts for 7 seconds. And since Ayaka's E-spell is on a 10-second cooldown, there's no way to get this double the effects of the 2-piece unless you have like Constellation 1 Ayaka. There's no possible way to use this to its maximum capability, and all you're going to be getting from this 4-piece is 9% attack basically. Now for a quick calculation on how much actual physical percent you can get on an Ayaka, we're going to be doing a real quick calculation right here, and it's a lot higher than if you would go with cryo. Like I'm going to compare cryo and also this new physical damage variation. So physical damage, the goblet does you 58 instead of the 48 that is normal on elemental ones, or 46, whichever the percent is. So you get 58 from that. And then we're going to add the 41% physical damage bonus from Aquilla Favonia. And then we're also going to add another 50 damage from the 2-piece of both Pale Flame and also 2-piece Bloodstain. That's the best way to get the most physical damage. And that's going to give you 150% physical damage. And now if we calculate how much we would get from cryo damage, we're going to be getting 46 from the goblet, plus 15 if you are running a Blizzard Strayer 2-piece. And then you're going to add another 18 to this because of Ayaka's second passive. And so that's going to give you 79% cryo damage. Now the thing about using the cryo build is that you can use like a Kazuha to actually boost your damage, you know? And so you'd be getting about 30% extra damage from that, but it's still 50% less damage, even if you are using like a Kazuha to boost your damage. And also another thing to keep in mind is that you can get a 40% resistance reduction for each of the damage types. You can get a cryo damage reduction by using an animo support like a Kazuha, for example. And then you can also get the same amount of elemental energy resistance if you are using like a superconduct comp with your Ayaka. And Ayaka, since she's cryo, she can make superconduct reactions pretty easily. So basically you're going to end up with more damage on physical set anyway. But anyway, I hope this guide was pretty informative to you about how to use physical damage Ayaka. It'll probably be the best option for like solo DPS Ayaka against like bosses, that kind of stuff. If you are using superconduct supports like Fischl would be very good for this. Also, Electro Traveler can potentially work as well. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, I will be streaming all this week if you guys want to catch me there. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Farewell.